to talk about. Hello. Hi, Cecilia. Hi, everybody. This is my holiday live show. I don't think I'll have a New Year's show this year. It didn't get quite the response I would have liked last year, so I don't think I'll do it this year. Anyway, I probably won't do many more uploads until about January. I'll probably make some videos before then, but I'll upload them again in January. I figured December is supposed to be a time for the holidays and rest and recharge. And anyway, that's what I have in mind. It's going to be a set rest time as I work more than I used to. What is that? Oh, that's my mouse. The mouse off there. Anyway, so that's what's going on. Working on the art a little bit, but not putting all my time into that either. Yeah, I accidentally hit OK on the thing, and I didn't know how to draw it back. So Cecilia, so I just created a new one. I'm gonna look at my videos and see if it's in there. I can delete it if that's the case. Yeah. One view from 7 minutes ago, 5 seconds of it. Yeah, we can delete that one. Didn't even go onto the thing. So there's no use to having that one. So that's the thing. I got rid of that one. And I was messing around with the banners right here. I don't know why the banners aren't wider, but I think they want me to pay. And it's free, so I'm not going to pay. That's just the thing. And anyway, I didn't really have a lot to say. Just happy holidays, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving coming up. Christmas, I know they call it like season's greeting. I call it Merry Christmas. You know, nobody has to like that. They might believe something else, but where I come from, we call it Christmas. So that's the thing. Hi, Glenn. How you doing? I've been trying to catch up with everybody's videos lately that I follow, and I've been doing pretty good. I don't know why it's so dark today with this light. Usually this light makes it brighter in the video, and today it's about looking like how it really looks in the room for some reason. I like that aspect, but I would have left the other bulb in if I'd have known that. Anyway, I haven't done much in the yard. I'm just kind of gliding along, doing little things. I think that's the thing to the whole plan. If you're going to work outside of your yard, just do the little things that you have to. Oh, I'm doing okay. Still kicking. I have got some people approach me with strange emails about sponsoring products, and because they didn't even address me by name or by YouTube channel, I don't trust it, so I just delete them. They might be somebody in Ghana trying to hack my computer or something. I don't know. Really? I wonder if I can change the volume here somehow. I wonder because I'm doing the free one if they turned it down. Just never know with these peoples. They got going, huh? They give you something free, then they make it no good, maybe, huh? I'm looking for how to change the volume. I do not know that offhand. Not the most technical. Audio. Echo cancellation. I don't know if that helps anything. Let's see. Oh, automatically adjust mic volume. No, we don't do that. We're going to jack them up so you guys can hear me like I really talk. That's why it was on some kind of a stupid automatic app. Can you hear me now, Cecilia? Well, yeah, I don't want to have to yell into the computer. Hello? Dehydrating and kidding up a storm. I don't know exactly what that means, but good for you. See, that's what happened to me, Glenn. Is I now I work about twice as many hours as I used to, so that's the way it goes. I'm not going to try to pretend that the whole permaculture thing's my whole life because I don't make money doing permaculture. And last I checked, where I live, I need money to pay for whatever that I need to pay for. If they take some fruit for something, maybe I could do that. But as a person just living here, it takes a lot of steps for an individual to do all that. So it's good that I make money, and it's good that I do things that don't cost as much money. That's it. Hats and gaiters. Okay. Maybe Glenn can send you some gaiters, and you can save making those. Yeah, so. Oh, maybe that was supposed to be knitting, not kidding. Anywho, cool. But yeah, I'm not trying to pretend like I'm making my whole income and everything off of where I live. It might be possible, but I'm not going to do 24/7 raising crops. It just isn't. I'll keep a job. There's some reason of sensibility to me that I'd rather keep a job and have some money coming in if I can. yeah, I know. Your gator's belt too, I think, Glenn. Gators and big snakes that can be grown into a belt. Wow, you don't place this. You go from being damaged to more damaged. Wow, this is crazy. Craziness. Somebody's texting me. Not to interrupt. Anyway, yeah. A knitting gaiter. Wow, that's something that'll eat you, but it'll make you a sweater too, I guess. It might eat your leg and eat your arm and make you a nice sweater so you're warm anyway, huh? Anyway, I didn't have a lot to say, but I just figured this would be the last live stream for the year. And, I'll do another one next year. Like the third week or so of January, depending on how the holidays and everything fall. I could set more of my own schedule now, but I just don't know right now. I haven't looked at the calendar and everything. Oh, cool, Glenn. Are you anywhere near Dan's Food Forest? I know Florida's a big place. You might be like 1,000 miles away or something. I know you guys are both in Florida, but like California is a big old place. They could say, "Hey, so and so's there," and they could be way north or they could be way south. So it's could be a long, could be 8-hour drive away or more. People are texting. Okay, at all weird times. All day I sit here and they didn't text me back. Now they text me back when I'm busy. Something about the vibe. Oh, okay, yeah. 4-hour drive is quite a ways. It's doing okay. I hadn't really looked at it today. I usually water it on Saturdays, but we got some rain lately and it's getting kind of wintry weather, so I don't know how. I'm thinking like the watermelon might have died out, put it that way. But the garden cats that adopted me are doing okay, and I've been feeding them to supplement them. I'm not getting on YouTube as much either, just to watch stuff and to get on live shows and all that. I got enough to do. I don't spend all my time just doing that. So. Huh. If we're gonna do all that, you might as well grow pot, Cecilia. Why are you doing all that just for tobacco? I don't get it. Anyway, I went and got a cabinet today that I didn't know I needed until I found it at a thrift store. I do need better storage here to put things and all this. So that's a thing. I hear you. Yeah, pot was underwhelming for me when I tried it. Honestly. I didn't know there was a lot of varieties of tobacco, but it makes sense, I guess. But yeah, I got tons of things to do. Some of it's in the garden, some of it isn't. I try to use the permaculture mindset with whatever I do, so that fixing I'll fix up an old vehicle more than I will want to buy a new one. It kind of spreads the income around. I never heard of a tropical almond, Glenn. That's a new one on me. Jamaican strawberry tree. Okay, I never heard of that one either. Yeah. When I was at the post office down here, and there was in Oakland, I should say, not down here. and there's a pizza place next door. So some youngster was out there one day. This kid is smoking up, right? So I was out there maybe a minute or two. Got a big old contact high, and I didn't realize it. But later that night, I was at work, and I was just laughing over this, just nothing, having a good old time. And I realized, wow, but like about 10 hours later, I still had a contact high I caught off of that kid smoking rope. Virginia Gold next, okay. Are you going to try to make some hybrid tobacco, Cecilia? I know they try to scare people off from making their own tobacco, and I don't know if that's just that it's that hard to do, or they don't want people raising their own, so they lose the market. Heavy feeder, huh? Sometimes it is hard to find people. So what I tell people is come back and comment after I upload the video, even if you say nice or just do an asterisk so somebody can click on your name and go to your site later. That's a simple way. I found things on huge video channels by reading the comment and saying, oh, what's this? The name of this thing, and clicked and found something interesting there. So that's how I know. Sounds like you need some nitrogen fixing plants right there, Cecilia, so that you boost up the soil. Sounds like this tobacco's a heavy feeder. The heavy feeders pull a lot of nitrogen and other things out of the soil. Anyhow, yeah, you didn't really have much of a topic. Just kind of gliding along here, it's the way it is. Yeah. See, so you need a nitrogen fixer and probably just, some kind of a nitrogen source. Cecilia. You need to put a some kind of like a nitrogen fixing tree or something there. You can put pigeon pea. It's a human edible pea that the tree fixes nitrogen. There's like peanut varieties you can put. There's what else? What are some popular ones? Anything in the bean and pea family should be a nitrogen fixer. Hey, John Balut. Balut, John. Hi. Thanks for coming by, and thanks to everybody for coming by, actually. And we're just kind of chilling into the holiday here. Yeah, clover's a good one. True clover. Nashville, Tennessee. So it's quite a bit later there then. It's almost 8 p.m. here. So you're about 10 p.m. then, huh? There's lots of things you can order, Cecilia. You can put. I think of something that's simple, but something in the bean and pea family. I think what the one I had growing there. Scarlet runner bean. It has these purple beans. They're the seeds. Grows these beautiful flowers. It fixes nitrogen. But a lot of it depends on your climate, if it'll grow there and when and everything. So that's the thing. Yeah, I meant from Tennessee, though, Cecilia. I know it's like 3 hours difference for you. He's probably around 2, I'm guessing. But yeah, it depends on what it'll take in your climate. Big Kevin Media. So is that today, Balut John? That's always good. They're not always fruitful in the terms of like building your channel, but I've met with a few people. It was kind of low key, but that are YouTubers. A couple people anyway. That's what I'm saying. You're way in the east, so I mean I can keep growing things here, but you know, anyway, you got to know what'll work in your climate. If it doesn't work where you're at, then it's not the right thing. We don't get a full 4 seasons in the Bay Area, so it's kind of a more mild winter, you know, compared to a lot of places. So I can't really give you advice in this wintry area that you're in. Just some general rules to say. I'll tell you this, Balut. It seems like the people with the big channels are scared to get too close to the small channels. They're scared they'll parasite them, I think, and then they'll lose their following maybe or something like that. So I found that before with bigger channels. Sometimes they seem like they just want to push you away. I've met some, and it doesn't mean I necessarily wanted to collaborate and all this, but you know, I guess I felt like I want it to be a potential option. But then you get into personalities and whatever. So commonalities that people don't always recognize, right? So when people are involved, it's difficult. Put it that way. I have to be in the right circumstance to meet people because I'm not the most outgoing damn person around, number one. Number two, I don't know. I'm a little bit assertive, so people that kind of get offended by me pretty easy sometimes. So anyway, they don't want to look past the parts they don't like, I guess. So that's the thing. But teach their own if they can make it happen. Oh, you have my brother's birthday, Cecilia. He turned 66 this year. One year older, but 1 year still alive. So that's the thing. More year. We've had a cooler winter this year. Technically, I guess not winter yet. But it's been cooler here than it had been last year, but it's really not normal to be as warm as it had been. So hard to gauge where it's at. I kind of think nature's trying to turn it back to where it's supposed to be. And I know there's some permaculture people that are trying to make the whole thing go with it. And very, I don't know, assertive with that. And that's great, but it's just not me. I do have a lazy streak in me. Sometimes either go to work than turn compost. And you know what? If I got to turn compost to make it happen, it's not going to happen. I ruled that out a long time ago. Yeah, maybe the compost is better, whatever. I'm not turning compost. Sorry. So, given there's things I'm not willing to do, I'm always going to have a limited span of what I do here. And I'm not a designer. I'm not trying to make my living designing a permaculture property kind of thing. That's just not me. Yeah, exactly. Compost happens no matter what you do. It's like, what, I work. I have not so far from a mainstream life. I just do less of most things than most people. I do the garden and all that, and I try to orient everything towards like small business and this kind of thing. And Sometimes I don't feel like being in the yard. Sorry, I didn't grow up where we just had to be in the yard. We had media and stuff, and sometimes I just want to sit around and goof off. So I know some people are all into it, and that's their whole thing. Good for them. Well, if that makes you happy, Cecilia. I'm just saying, for me, I'm not turning compost piles. That don't make sense to me. For me to be doing it. A lot of things are like that, though. You know, everybody. It's like everybody's got their own faith. That's great if it works for them, and I got mine. I'm not trying. You know, it's not. I'll live or die 100% or nothing in the world. Oh, okay. Good idea. Yeah, anytime you can get them in the yard from somebody else, especially if you didn't have to go haul them in, somebody will haul them over or whatever, great. Yeah, that's true. I was having a hard time digging my dirt. That was a problem here. Still having a hard time. I didn't try today, but I'll try tomorrow, and that's my last weekend day, so maybe for a half hour, an hour. But as it rains and it softens up a little bit, it was a little softer because I used to compost right. I was trying to compost there at first. But digging this heavy clay soil, a son of a gun. So I do it a little bit, leave it alone a little bit, then I'll go back. If I had a piece of equipment that I could just dig it out real quick, that would have made saved a lot of time. But anyway, I'm digging out kind of a swale area that's turned out to be just a big old hole to bury some bamboo cuttings. So I can grow the bamboo, and then it's going to be kind of a swale with a bamboo plant at the bottom, so the could channel the rainwater into there, and it'll set, so the bamboo can soak it up slowly, right? So that's the idea. Is it going to work? Who the heck knows? I'm going to try it though. Gotta just keep trying things. Everybody's yard's a little different because the climate's just a touch different and everything. Every aspect is a little different. So try what you can and see what happens. Anyways, that's one of the things. And I basically just resigned to doing little bits at a time, and over another year it'll change again. But no, probably major projects all at once. Just as the seasons change in a subtle fashion, maybe the yard should change incrementally in a very subtle fashion. Nice. Yeah, just like I went, and I know a lot of people don't watch DVDs, but I do. So there's a local library that had a bag sale. I spent like $15 and I got 3 bags of DVDs and records and a few books to entertain me. I mean, I got probably a couple $100 worth of entertainment value. And I supported a library at the same time while recycling that product. So it's like 3 things in 1 or more. Plus I had fun. So say 4 in 1 on that $15-20, So those type of things I do in the permaculture world. That people that think permaculture is only gardening miss that I'm actually accomplishing something. But that's the thing. And this kind of a cabinet with drawers in it that I got today at a thrift store, pretty solid, and it was $95, and somehow I couldn't resist it, so I went and got that. Yeah, I'm building up a collection, Cecilia, and I'm also looking for a lamp, but kind of a tall one, say 4 or 5 foot tall. But the trouble is, there was one at the thrift store was $30, and it was ugly, so I'd want to paint it. And if I'm going to spend $30, I can get a new one. So that's the thing. If they'd had it for 10, that lamp would have been mine, and I would have painted it. But I'm kind of being a cheapskate. Oh, and what I did is I got a portable DVD player lately, so that makes it easier. Because my computers, for whatever reason, refuse to play DVDs for me. They've got kind of incensed that they're in some format that they don't like and all this kind of thing. It's like, what's going to be next with these stupid technical things? Is Siri going to give me heck for driving somewhere she don't like me to, or what? I just don't get it. But anyway, trying to make it better for myself here little by little. If I'm still here in 40 years, it's going to be a great place. I'll have a great music library and book library. I'm collecting kind of books about things about the Pacific Coast, West Coast of the United States, Pacific, anything California. Just because, if I go somewhere, I'm going to ask people a million questions, right? So I should try to know some of the answers to the things that they'll ask, or at least have a resource they can view, right? So that's the way I feel about it. See, that's what happened to me. I have a newer laptop, and I was looking at all these cool features, and it cost a mint. And then I realized it didn't have a DVD player. And it keeps the same thing popping up on the screen saying your computer's infected. But I don't know if that's a real thing, or if I click on it, it'll be infected. So I'm scared to click on it. So he was using a different one, and anyway, it wasn't working. So I just resolved to get a portable DVD player. There you go. That's the main thing, Glenn. It's better for you. Look, when you buy a brand new vehicle, the profits go up to the top, right? If you buy an older one, you're supporting people around that sell parts and work on vehicles and all this. Yeah, Cecilia, that's the thing. Good stuff tends to walk away. So, and a lot of people are they buy into the highest tech of like, oh, get these online streaming and all this. I know people that say they got rid of all their DVDs, and I say, well, good for you. But I can watch mine more than one. Hi, FTG. Thanks for coming by. We're just kind of chillaxing here into Thanksgiving. I mean, this won't be open till Thanksgiving, this live stream, but that's the thing. You're you're about 10 p.m. there, huh, FTG? Trying to think what your real name is. I call me FTG all the time. Maria? Or I lost it. I lost it in my brain somewhere. FTG. I'm just gonna have to keep calling you FTG. Oh, Mary Lou. Yeah, I was close. I was close. It's got a Maria embedded in there. My great grandmother was from Italy, okay? And she had 4 sisters. She had more than that, but 4 sisters all came to the United States also. Okay, straight from there from the boot. Anyway, long story short, there was 5 Marias in the same family. Maria this, Maria that, Maria the other, right? They went by the middle name. There you go. There you go. I knew there was a Maria in there somewhere. You know, talk about confusing. It'd be like in George Foreman's family. Yeah, George Foreman. George Foreman's got like about 5 sons named George. Yeah, you're Maria from here on out, Mary Lou. Sorry. I hope you like Maria. You know, my family is from the boot, my dad's side, so Italy, so they were very religious. They, I mean, my family had been here in the U.S. for 120 years, but the story goes that they used to make these religious pilgrimages to Rome. So they crawl and walk and stuff 25 miles to get there. What part of that is exactly true in the details, I couldn't tell you. It was way before my time, but that's a story part of a story that got handed down. But I'm trying to tell you, Jesus was a cousin. Okay, that's. Yeah, that's why in the Mexico and South America, there's a lot of Marias. Also, it's because of the Catholic thing. Not to say the other religions don't, but anyway, it tends to be Christianity dominated, which the mainstream of that is Catholicism. Anyway. Somebody from some other faith at work was saying how they had some kind of a special thing going on and celebrating this and that, happy hooty doo, whatever, we're all going to be happy together and all this, and how they learn so many languages to preach their stuff. And I said, you know what? I'm Catholic. We don't have to learn anything. I speak English. That's it. But that was my attitude. I'm not trying to reach out to nobody. There you go. There you go. You got a saint in your corner, FDG. I wasn't named after anybody. There's nobody in my family named Ronald. I do have a brother, the next brother up, there's a person in between, but Donald. I think my mom was out of it when she had me. And, what do you want to call him? And I think she said, my story is, she said, Donald. And no, we already got one of them. Ronald. You know, I think it went like that. But I was named after Andrew, so that's, you know, the guy that died on the cross. It was like an X, right? So. Yeah, sure. There might be, though. I don't know. There might be a Saint Cecilia. I couldn't help but have some religious part to my name because my mom was Irish Catholic. Okay, so anyway, it was all part of that. There is, I checked. Okay, cool. I'm not knocking with, you know, I'm like this at this point. Somebody wants to believe whatever. Hey, go for it. I believe whatever I believe. Have a good one, Glenn. Thanks for stopping by. Have a happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas. Really? First and second name is named after saints. Is that now Raven Cat is a saint? Raven Cat and Homestead are both saints? Is that what? But yeah, one thing I do believe is that permaculture is the best way. All the other ins and outs, details, believe whatever you want. Yeah, I get it. Cecilia and your actual middle name are the things. I get it. I just thought I'd throw a little jab at you there. Just because. Just because. Keep you on your toes. I think that thing will be there if somebody wants to come up on the panel. Don't blame me if you don't want to. Yeah, what was the girl from Lords? What was her name? Nanette or something? Shows you how much I've followed that in recent years. There was people from all over, trust me. Yeah, but you got to throw them pretty far to hit me, Cecilia. Okay. I don't know if you got that 3,000-mile chuck in. No. You know. If you're in the next room, I'll be running. Because I think you got a little bit of blood out of the boot, right? Don't you have some family that hails from the fatherland, Italy? That Latin heat, you know. They don't call it Latin anymore, but it used to be. And they talk about that Latin heat. Portugal, close. Similar. All the old Western Europe, you know, something about it. Germans are a little bit different, cold, but the other ones, I guess because it was a hot environment. they'll use that olive oil, I bet. You know, they crucified Jesus on Mount Olivet. So there must have been a lot of olive trees there, huh? If they named it Mount Olivet. Anyway, I'm not trying to be a religious scholar at all. That's just not me. Yeah, I got I got like a bag full. I bet there's 20 DVDs in this bag for for $5. So it'd be like a quarter each or something. And I just can't believe the deal I got on stuff. Oh, nice. There you go. So you got the right. If you have the right influence, it doesn't matter where you started. I think the reason I got a gluten complex eventually, gluten effect or whatever, is that when I was broke trying to recover from that financially, I was eating pasta 3 times a day. That's all I was basically eating for years to try to get out of debt. It worked, but I think it did a number on my system too. Well, the Portuguese were big mariners. It's where port wine, and all these things came from. Oh, okay. I'm not a big fan of minestrone myself, but it's just one of them things. All the cultures had something where you put all the scraps, everything in together, and they had their own name for it. And with the Italians, it was minestrone. It's like a lot of cultures had similar to ravioli. They just called it something different. Japanese got this little ravioli looking thing they call gyoza. Chinese, they call it a little bit bigger ravioli looking thing pot sticker. You know, they have a lot of the same things. They're just different names. Like how was I referring to those things in cooking school? Something like it's another version of a ravioli, and the chef that's in charge of the class. Oh no, it's not. Sure it is. Version is the same thing. It's just from a different culture. They created something very similar. They try to make everything like it's super distinct, and everything is not so super distinct. Yeah, everything but the rock. You take the freaking rock out, and that's it. They don't have the kitchen sink in it because it was probably made in the sink. It probably has a little bit of residual flavor of the sink. How many hours have I been messing around here? Almost an hour. Anyway, yeah. I don't know if anybody's left, but if somebody want to come up on the panel, they can. I put the link up there a while ago. I think if I probably lost FTG over to the Hapsters. They were going to have something tonight too, which is okay. See, I do that. You know, it's like take the best parts that you want out of everything and make something good out of it. Don't be so distinctive to where it's hurting you. I used to get some ramen that was made from sweet potato or something. It was a gluten-free ramen, and then I'd make pasta with it. Hi, Advisor. Thanks for stopping by. Happy holidays to you too. That'd be like a happy Thanksgiving and a Merry Christmas when the time rolls around. Curries, okay. There's a lot of things that ways I eat that I didn't grow up eating because I got introduced to different components, you know, different ingredients over time. I mean, look, I didn't grow up eating mochi. I just went and got mochi at the place in Berkeley today called Tokyo Fish Market. They got mochi and they got fudomaki and things like that, right? So all kind of Asian things is what I'm saying, right? Asian store. And you know, I didn't grow up eating these things at all, but you find something, you know, that's different that you like, and pretty soon, you know, maybe I didn't come from a culture of people that ate that, but I don't really care. If I like it, I keep eating it. So people look at me strange sometimes. That's okay. That's because they're not familiar with it. They just have to get familiar with it, then it won't be strange. Right, FDG? You know what I'm saying? It's Ono. It's Ono. All good in my book. Oishi. Hey, it's good. I can eat it. I'm gonna eat it. I bet you got a lot of people where you live that don't eat like Hawaiian style stuff. Uno. No, it's Ono. Uno. That's a candy bar. And sister. You know, that's a candy bar last I checked. I'm sure there's people out in the desert there that look at you funny, some of the things you probably want to eat. Look, the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area is kind of a melting pot, right? And my relatives still look at me funny, some of the things I'm trying to eat. Really? Wow. Wow, the world really is combining in now, huh? Wine restaurant in El Paso, Tejas. El Paso, Texas, right? I can't remember. Are you in New Mexico or Arizona, FTG? Yeah, it's a chain, right? Yeah, they got them here too. They got L&L. They got, I think one's called Hawaiian Barbecue, and there might be Aloha Barbecue too around there. I'm not sure. Or is that just independent? Okay. You could probably combine all three of them states I just mentioned and not have a slight part of California's population, though. We're overloaded. I always hear people talking about leaving. I wish more would. I'm convinced two others, but anyway, that's the way it is. El Paso, Texas. See, I don't know my geography very well. You just tell me a city or a town, I'm sure to not know where it's at. Oh, okay. You know who's down your way somewhere? There's a channel, Out West Homestead. And I don't know if you're anywhere near them or not, but they're in the Southwest somewhere. They're by the mountains where there's a legend that the guy hid gold up there or something. What's it called? The Desperation Mountains or the I don't remember now. I used to watch your channel more. Rudioso. Is that a town? Is that where being rude is good in that town, Rudoso? Like, so and so's Rudoso. It's all right, though. That's where they live. Trying to think what the. Oh, I think they live up by the Superstition Mountains. Now, I don't know if that's in your state or one of the other ones down there, but I used to watch them quite a bit, and then I don't know, I fell away from them. Oh, okay. Down up in the mountain. Okay. Interesting. Friend of a friend was thinking about going to Arizona in around Christmas time. And I just realized it's going to be winter over there too. Huh? It'll probably be snow and stuff. I'm not going. I was going to go, and I'm not going nowhere that it got to be in snow. Heck with that noise. God didn't want me to be in snow, or I wouldn't have been born out here. So, I think Tucson or Phoenix or someplace. There's people here that in the mountains they go snow skiing from the Bay Area. They're out of their mind. I'm not going up in that cold weather. No way. I want a heater near me. Oh, is that the one that's in Arizona? Maybe they're in Arizona. So maybe you two are in a different jurisdiction there. I was thinking you're in the same area. What are you going to do? I got it wrong. Let me just say you're both in the Southwest. That covers a lot of territory, right? They don't have to have the exact, know exactly. Yeah, they're in the Southwest. Like if you said, oh, Ron's on the West Coast. Okay. You'd be right. Yeah, because they used to have the guy, Bill, the husband would tell all these stories, and he's a really good storyteller. It's real relaxing to listen to him. Yeah, see, that's just too many times, twice a year snow. No thanks. If God wanted me to be in snow, He would have made me really hairy. I'm not very hairy, so no. I look like Sasquatch when I was born. If God wanted me to be in snow. I just figure if I have to be in snow, maybe I can be in a cabin and I have enough supplies until it warms up. And then I pack everything back in so when it gets cold again, then I stay until it gets warm again. Yeah, if I have to drive in it or anything, no, that's out. It's not. It's not for me. I do want to see the snow in Hawaii once, just to say I've seen it before. Maybe someday it doesn't get there anymore. But no, nope. Cold is not for me. He goes, oh, I'll go up the snow. Hey, have fun. I'll stay in the cold enough right here in the Bay Area. Anyway, that's the thing. So what are you guys doing for the holiday? You getting together, big group? I'm gonna probably go to my nephew's. He's gonna have like 15 people. We used to have at this house. We used to have like 28, 30 people when my parents were of this earth. But anyway, that all changed. Last year I didn't do much, but this year I said, well, I'll go to his thing and see how it goes. And now everybody's panicked about this corona thing. If I'm gonna take, they want me to take a test that day, you know, this instant test thing. I'll take it, but if they're all in a panic anyway after that, I won't go next time. They can stick it next time if they're all going to be in a panic over it. I don't need to get together with nobody that much. I saw it on here earlier. What time I got on here? Are you going over to Hapster FTG? I think she has something tonight too. Yeah, I snuck off on me. Oh, that's right. You're just in Hawaii, huh? Is your mom ailing a little bit, or I know she's getting older? Yeah, well, that's in the BG. Oh, in the background. Oh, oh, I see you're double teaming here. I see how you are. I think she started at 8:30, right? Oh, that's good. Fix her up the best, you know. Quality of life is good. Isn't she about 90, Mary Lou? At one point, my sister pushed my mom to get cataract surgery, and my mom, she resisted and resisted. And I didn't want to fight with them about it and try to push her into anything because I figured, you know, I give them people enough help. They're raising me, right? So anyway, my sister pushed her into it, and later she said that she was glad that my sister pushed her into it, you know. And it wasn't long before that though that we found out she was sick. So anyway, sometimes though, hey, you never know. Maybe she gets a few years of seeing better, and you know that's the main thing. Try to get a quality of life for your older relatives and stuff. That's a good thing. I've been working more, so that's why I haven't put much videos up, and I hardly ever get on any of these things. I work about anywhere from 5 to 6 days a week versus 2 or 3 before. So it kind of changed everything. But I make more money, so what are you going to do? And I can plan more when I work. Before it was just, I could say no, but they don't, they only give me about 3 times a week they would offer. So say no too many times, you don't make any money. I think that cataract thing is a couple weeks recovery, if I remember right. I'm trying to see how long I've been on here. There was something earlier that was showing me. And because I'm so technically deficient, I'm missing the technical gene somehow. That let's see where it's at. Oh, there it is. Hour and 12 minutes, almost hour and 13 minutes. I'm going to go over there and heckle Hapster and some other people in a little while, probably. And then I'm going to watch a DVD or two. Oh, she's blessed. She's 90. Yeah. You have to expect it to take a little while to heal. That's good. I hope she makes 100. Not my wood table here. That's good. Hope she has a healthy, happy extra 10, 10 more years type of thing. Make it to 100 at least. Does she live independently, Mary Lou, or does she have a child or somebody, like a daughter or son or something she lives with? Or? That's got to be difficult. I'm sure mobility issues start coming into play a little bit by 90. Although I shouldn't say that because my granddad lived to be 95. That man got around good for about the first 93 years. Oh, well, that's good. She has someone to look after her and someone to argue with, too. That keeps her going, I'm sure. It probably sounds mean, but, we need someone to get along with than to not get along with. We don't last long if we're just on our own. We're social beings. Oh, well, that's a shame. Hopefully she recovers from that stroke okay. That's hard. Yeah. You know what? I'm a good heckler. I keep people stirred up, so maybe their heart's trending down, they're going to die, but I heckle them and they get mad, and that keeps them going for a little while. Cecilia, see, that's the thing. I stimulate them to keep the blood flowing so they can yell at me or something. I'm sure she'll be happy to have you around, too. My dad in his last year, of course, I didn't know it was his last year, but I couldn't get over there much because of my job and everything, and don't know when I'm going to work. Because the way it was, and I didn't want to come over, be halfway, and have to turn around and all this craziness. So anyway, it's the only thing. I wish I'd have came over and been around him more, because he lost my mom after 60 some years with her. and he needed some company as much as he didn't want to just tell people that. And anyway, that was my failing. I didn't make a better effort, I guess. So that tarnished my halo a little bit. Yeah, that's why. That's why I'm here to heckle. I've kind of just decided that this channel plugs along, and I'm going to plug along and add videos, but I'm not going to try to go crazy about it. And but I'll keep it going. And I usually donate the amount of subscribers to something, $1 per subscriber to something at the end of the year. Last year it's American Rivers. It was American Rivers. They do a lot of help with river restorations and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm trying to decide who to give it to this year. This kind of stimulates me to donate a little bit. And Cecilia is ready to cut out already. It's not even midnight. Anyway. Yeah, same to you, Cecilia. Stay safe. Have a happy Thanksgiving and a Merry Christmas. But yeah, it's getting late. She's over there by New York side, Canada, but say like how we think in New York time or East Coast time. Oh, well, that doesn't count. Okay, you got to go. Cecilia, you got to realize it doesn't count if it's not in the real America. Okay, I know you guys call yourself Americans, but it's not legit. We're the real Americans, so anything else doesn't count. I used to heckle Howie a little bit, but then, Howie got sick. I feel bad if I heckle him now, so I just say positive when I see him now. Anyway, with that, it looks like my population is dropping in half. So I think that who's ever been here, thanks for coming by. And have a happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas. Thanks for supporting the channel, and just call that a good night.